Today is Friday, November 6th. This is a very special day. Did you know that? First of all, because you're a child of God and you're living in wonderful times. Secondly, today is mine and Shelly's anniversary. So happy anniversary, Shelly. I love you. Today, I want to talk about moving upward and going higher in God. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things, say all things with me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, or through Christ who gives me strength. That's a powerful verse. And you don't know the power of that verse until you put it into practice. A few years ago, I took our pastoral staff, the guys, down to Costa Rica. We were involved in a missions prophetic act. The Assemblies of God asked us to come down and to prophesy over missionaries in Mexico, Central America, South America that were meeting in Costa Rica. Many of them were going to be missionaries in Muslim countries. And I knew Freedom loves Muslim countries, and we love Central America and South America. So this was a great fix, or great fit. And so we went down there and we prophesied in teams of two, spoke into every missionary's life, and man, it was powerful. Afterwards, we took, I think, 2 or 3 days off, went to the jungles of Costa Rica, relaxed, rented a house in the jungle, and just had a great time. Well, we went driving one day in our vehicle, and we decided to climb a waterfall. And we got the map. It was down in a jungle. It was suggested that you ride horses down into the jungle and see the waterfall, and if you wanted to climb it, you could. Or you could take a car to a certain point, get out, and walk down into a valley, and then climb up the waterfall. Well, we opted for the second. Like, we can do it. You know, this is easy. Well, you know, the humidity, Central America is really high, and it was very hot. Well, we were in a great mood. We were walking down, going down. You know, when you're walking down, it's pretty easy. We should have cued in to the people that were coming up from the valley. They didn't look happy. They were sweating profusely. They couldn't hardly say hello. They would say, hey, how you doing? Like that. That's about all they could do, or just kind of look at us, squinted eyes, and just, you know, they had sticks. And they were, because it was a pretty steep decline and incline they were coming up. Well, we get down in the jungle to the base of the waterfall. Beautiful. I mean, it was several stories high. It was very humid down there. We decided to take the trail up to the waterfall. That took quite a ways to go up and around to the top of the waterfall. We prayed up there. It started raining. We were laying in the water, the rocks, before you go over the waterfall. It was great. And then we decided it was time to go. So we go back down the waterfall. And then one of them remembered that he didn't have his binoculars that he had borrowed from somebody. He had left them up at the top of the waterfall. So he heads up one way. Our phones didn't work in this valley. And another staff member went to find another one and went the other way. So they were all over the jungle, up and down the waterfall. The binoculars were stolen. Another tourist stole them. So then they confronted the tourist, got the binoculars back. And by the time we found everybody and everybody got back, we'd all moved around and shifted. Nobody stayed where they were supposed to. We were tired going up and down the trail looking for one another, the humidity, and it was time to climb back up. Well, we had spent quite a bit of time down there. We had not brought water with us. We were thirsty. We were a little hungry. We were tired, and we started the trek back up. Wow, was that different? It was pretty easy going down. I mean, we had to take our time, but going up, it was climbing, and I'm thinking, is this a mountain we're on? Because all of a sudden, it was like dirt right here. We're just crawling up. And 3 of us just couldn't make it. And Pastor Corey got some kind of burst of energy. And he said, I'll go ahead. And he climbed on up and went and got our car, fought a dog, and got the car and came back down in the valley with the car, I think the Jeep. It was like, when we saw that, we didn't even been praying, God help us. We're crawling up this hill mountain thing. No strength left. And we really, really needed some help. And when he came over the crest of that hill in that Jeep, it was like an angel of the Lord, I'm telling you. And we got a little energy. I'm so grateful for Philippians 4:13 that says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. You don't find out that you can do all things until you face all things. until you face situations that you have to climb out of, until you face adverse situations you've never been in, until you are depleted of your strength, until you can go no further, till you can climb no more, till you say, God, help me, send angels, send somebody. Then you can say, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So to those today who especially are going through situations that you say, I can't do this anymore, you are right. You can't do it in your own strength. You need God's help. And then you can say, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So today, instead of trying to figure it out, instead of continuing to climb on your own, why don't you stop, pause, and wait? Say, Lord, send the help, because I can't do it without you. But with you, I can do all things. You give me strength. You got me through this. Now, there's several people in our church over the last several months who've had COVID. I saw Tessa Hernandez today at church, one of our ladies who's been in the church for years. It's the first time I've seen her since she had COVID. She came down front worshiping the Lord. You're making it, aren't you, Tessa? One by one, people who are sick are coming, climbing up out of it, saying, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Some of you who are watching marriage troubles, and you're thinking, man, with this COVID thing, I don't know if I can stay married. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Some of you are having trouble with your children. You say, I don't know what to do. You can do all things. Face it. Trust God. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Some of you are facing addictions, and they're kicking your tail, and you're thinking, I can't do this. Yes, you can. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. With Christ, we're winners. You're a winner today, not a loser. So don't talk like a loser. Don't say, I can't. I can do all things through Christ because he has given me strength. So today I speak blessing into your life. Take the strength of the Lord, run with it, climb, go higher. God is with you.